assalamu alaikum, good morning, khush amdeed, ji ayaru, goedemorgen, ishpata.
Perheragele, ni hao, tunashimme, washmale, ohai gozaimasu, guten morgen, hola, bonjour, privyet, kaifa hal, halishima chotore, ahlan wa sahlan, marhaba, buna, mucho, gracias, swabiab, balli ke rahe hain. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into PTV World. You're definitely watching World this morning, alongside the very fantastic, the very scintillating, the very amazing Miss Shiza Hashmi, and I happen to be Shahzad Hassan Khan. What a fine Friday morning over here in Islamabad, ladies and gentlemen. But we hope and pray that everybody out there in 46 different countries, and may you be right in front of your television screens or not, we hope that you're ready to kickstart your day with us. Hello, Shiza. How are you doing today?
Thank you for asking. I'm doing absolutely great. And I hope you are too.
Yes, I am feeling fantastic as well.
Jumma Mubarak to all my lovely audiences, and I hope and pray that you all will have an amazing weekend and stay safe and healthy. Because, of course, I think reiterating upon the very fact that we have been talking about for almost 2 years now, please follow SOPs. Everyone I know, Shahzad, is actually has contracted the new variant as well. Thank God it's not that severe, but you know, someone who's going through it still feels it, right? I mean, they're not healthy. Do you want that, I mean, upon your loved ones? So for that matter, please make sure that you follow all the SOPs for all the outdoor plans that you make for the weekend. Other than that,
you know, before we kind of move on to that, I really need to kind of speak about people getting their vaccine shots as well, because I do know a couple of people within my own circle who've actually got the first ever shot of the vaccine, and they got inoculated, but they never went for their second shot of the vaccine as well. So ladies and gentlemen, it's pivotal, it's important for your health and for the people who are actually around you as well. But ladies and gentlemen, in addition to that, what I want to kind of share over here is that the booster shots, anybody and everybody can get them for free. Please make sure that you do that, because I am an example of surviving COVID in the first place, and then number two, of avoiding COVID, because just very recently with the Omicron variant, I've had a few patients at my place as well, you know, where my father was suffering, where my brother-in-law was suffering, my sister was suffering. And thankfully, alhamdulillah, you know, that I never got the COVID. And it was just because of the fact that I was inoculated, vaccinated, and I got my booster shot as well. So please make sure that you do that, because, you know, the pain of losing a loved one, ladies and gentlemen, is something which will never be fulfilled by any other means within this world.
absolutely, Shahzad. And I think this very line where you said the pain of losing someone, I think it is not comprehensible, and it cannot be comprehended by someone like us or someone who hadn't had or gone through something like that. So at this moment, we really want to sort of observe a moment of silence, especially for all the families out there from Lahore who lost their loved ones in the blast yesterday at Anarkali Lahore Gate as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it was absolutely an unfortunate incident, and I think it took us all by surprise, of course. Sheikh Rashid Saab actually said that there were threats of terrorism, but of course no one knew where it was going to happen and who was going to be targeted. But it was open for the public, and I mean, my heart goes out to all the families, of course. And the worst part is there were visuals. People just don't put trigger warning on it. I'm just so sad.
Exactly. So getting into the details, ladies and gentlemen, at least 2 people were martyred and 25 others were injured in a blast at Lahore's new Anarkali Bazaar. Talking to newsmen in Lahore, Punjab Health Minister Yasmeen Rashid confirmed that 1 person died on the spot while another breathed his last in the hospital. She said 4 people are undergoing surgeries in operation theatre, while all other injured persons are out of danger. Immediately after the blast, the rescue teams arrived at the blast site and shifted the wounded to Mayor Hospital. The officials of Bomb Disposal Squad and Counterterrorism Department also reached the blast site and initiated the investigation. A sad incident, ladies and gentlemen, to be very honest, and we really need to kind of pray for all of those people, you know, who have lost their lives, you know, who have embraced martyrdom as well. And ladies and gentlemen, Pakistanis are a very resilient nation, and they have grown stronger, because, you know, that time from 2000 till at least 2015 and 16, we have gone through those massive strikes of terrorism as well. And nobody was able to kind of bog us down or put us down as well, because alhamdulillah, first of all, our belief in Allah Almighty, and number 2, us being resilient. And these are the things which will keep a nation alive.
Absolutely, Shahzad. Thank you so much for saying that and reminding us of that as well. And there is no way this nation is going to afford that again, or is ready to afford that again. We have done our part in the fight against terrorism for so long. No one deserves to be the victim of all of this nefarious designs of someone else, especially. So we really hope and pray that perpetrators are actually brought to justice in this particular case, because again, innocent civilian lives were targeted. But yes, you're right. I mean, our fight in terms of this very taboo or the word of terrorism related to our country, we fought a lot for it, ladies and gentlemen. While of course it was the military itself as well, it was the media and it was the general public as well. On an individual level, we were all fighting. But Alhamdulillah, Shazad, when we talk about the face of Pakistan now, or how people view Pakistan now, I think we're good with that, right? We're, mashallah, a lot of hundreds of thousands of people are now coming to Pakistan who never even thought they would now come to Pakistan. Well, thanks to our government for making so many eases in that matter, right?
Exactly, because Shiza, when we talk about from the deepest Arabian Sea to kind of moving on to the highest ever cold desert as well, I think Pakistan is rich with culture, Pakistan is rich with values, Pakistan is rich with norms, and Pakistan is rich with a lot of opportunities for a lot of youngsters. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan happens to be 100% population happens to be young at heart, and then at least 60% people are actually young with their ages as well. So I think we really need to provide them that opportunity. But imagine, I think what we really need to kind of talk about over here is how people of the government are so innovative that they came up with such brilliant ideas to first of all make sure that the tourism is actually going to be on its peak, even if it's winters in the northern areas. And not just that, you know, rather than being at the peak and making it difficult for other people as well to kind of reach over there, that's not the norm now. So what you really need to do is that you really need to put your eyes onto this very prize where, ladies and gentlemen, the government of Gilgit-Baltistan came up with this winter sports festival as well, which kicked off from the 18th of January, will be lasting till the 23rd of January as well, where we have 16 teams from all over the country participating in this winter festival as well. And not just that, we have 5 teams for females as well, where people are playing ice hockey, where people are doing figure skating, where people are doing, you know, whatever skiing you can actually think about. And it looks so brilliant that, you know, it looks like as if we are somewhere in Switzerland or Norway. And you know what? For all of those people who've been there, you know, they say that it's more beautiful than Switzerland.
You know, I have absolutely no doubt in that. And Shazad, I remember a few days back you showing me the video for the first time of these amazing girls. And I think we were both blown away and we really, really wanted to be there. But luckily today we are going to be talking about it. But just look at the visuals. I mean, it's literally straight out of a movie, isn't it?
True, man.
They must be having such a good time.
And you know, imagine playing right in front of Pasu cones as well, and you know the scene that you will enjoy over there, and that you get to slide and ski and do and participate in so many sports. I think it's just wonderful, and the economy will actually have a very positive impact on it, because a lot of people will be traveling, so which is great. And imagine, guess what, ladies and gentlemen, that we got so happy yesterday, because we were in a meeting with our boss, and all of a sudden this amazing gentleman walks in and was introduced to us by one of our very dear colleagues, and we were like, hey, you know what, we were just thinking about how to get you people on the show. And shukr alhamdulillah, he's on the show with us, ladies and gentlemen. So without any further ado, I would like to introduce, you know, he happens to be the Minister for Tourism, Culture, Sports, Gilgit-Baltistan, His Excellency Raja Nasir Ali Khan. Hello sir, assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Wa alaikum salam, thank you, good morning.
Welcome.
I would like to thanks first PTV, always introducing the Gilgit-Baltistan in good positive way.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you so much for it.
And that's all we have to share about Gilgit-Baltistan or the all of Pakistan as well. But sir, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for taking our time. It's wonderful to have you over here. But first things first, I think what's more wonderful is that these winter sports, this winter sport festival started last year, alhamdulillah, and that too amidst COVID. And Gilgit-Baltistan's government has done a brilliant job. But this year around, it's bigger and it's better. So tell us about this first of all. What kind of sports are or sports matches are actually taking place, and then we'll go into further detail.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, thanks Allah, we have lots potential in tourism in Gilgit-Baltistan. Then we have before only we are concentrate on summer tourism in Gilgit-Baltistan. But right now we changed the policy in Gilgit-Baltistan government. Right now we are focusing our 4 seasons. We have attractive 4 seasons in GB. Gilgit-Baltistan, especially winter, we have lots potential, same like sports activities in Gilgit-Baltistan in winter. We had luckily 4 to 5 months in the world. There is nothing place like this Gilgit-Baltistan. Only they can find the snow and activities in mostly in 2 months and 3 months. But we had the places in Gilgit-Baltistan, you can do it the summer, winter sports activities, same like us, traversing, cross country, we have ice skating, ice ski and ice hockey, ice climbing, lots of activities we can do in Gilgit-Baltistan.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we are so lucky, God give it us like the land piece and this opportunity. We have lots potential. We are looking in few years, Gilgit-Baltistan will be the best destination in the Asia for tourism.
Inshallah, and that's what we want for Gilgit-Baltistan and Pakistan as well. But sir, in addition to that, there's this one thing which just popped up in my mind, but I'm going to ask this later. But first things first, so we have actually 16 teams from all over Pakistan participating in this winter sports festival. So how are you managing all of these teams? You know, where did we, because for me, I was shocked to see that there are people who are actually wearing these skis as well. And, you know, they have those ice hockeys and, you know, everything is just perfect. So how did you manage to kind of bring these things together?
Yeah, you know that in Gilgit-Baltistan, actually there is 26 teams in ice hockey, but we selected most the teams can play in the national champion ice hockey and winter sports activities. We choose those teams only, they can play well. So we have lots potential. We have challenges, of course. We have the accommodations, especially for the winter, for the heating system in the accommodations. We have lots challenges, but we are facing that challenges, and we are going to try to facilitate those peoples to come and visit. I think right now, last year, I know that in the final match of the ice hockey in the Altid ground, I see that more than 2,000 people from the domestic tourists was there to enjoy the winter sports. And we had actually right now we have 4 mega events in Gilgit-Baltistan, especially for the ice hockey and ice skating. You know that Naltar is so famous for the ice ski, and we had this is Altid. I think it's going to done on tomorrow. Maybe this Golkin Ice Hockey Championship, National Championship. This is maybe final on 23rd. Then we'll start in Skerdu 24th to 25th. Then after that we'll move for Frozen Lake in Khalti. That's the mega event also in Gilgit-Baltistan. We've done it last year. It was a brilliant and very excited. I'm doing that. Thanks to God, the people is so cooperative and the local is so cooperative, and they're giving us support to do this events. So we're trying to facilitate the peoples. We're trying to do our tourism too, because of not only bound in 4 to 5 months, we were going to maybe inshallah we can provide for this opportunity for 12 months a year. So we have lots potential. So we are promoting our talents. So we are trying to get, you know that Kamyab sports talent hunt. We have I choose this ice hockey and ice ski for the promote our talents for international and national level. So this year we're going to do this in national level, but next year we will try to do these events on international levels.
Brilliant. And that is what actually I wanted to ask as well, because with so many teams now, and especially with a special focus on ice hockey as well, these brilliant women and men as well, right? They must be now ready for international competitions. Eventually we should be, you know, bringing Pakistan's name there as well. But correct me if I'm wrong, sir. I was reading somewhere that, of course, the entire sporting kits, including the uniforms and all, everything was local, right?
Yes, that's from Pakistan, made in Pakistan. Yeah, I'm proud to be Sialkot, mostly probably from Pakistan, not in mostly import. There is few, but we can import from the. Especially, I will like to thanks to High Commissioner, Canadian High Commissioner. She's interesting, and she's the one to giving us support for this winter sports activities. And I would like to thanks the Shahid Nadeem. He's the one looking for the. And Colonel Wali especially, and SCARF team, the local one, we have the one organization in Altet and Hunza. They are the one to introduce these things with us, and we are doing to go more promote them. And I like to see them in international level. They can go and they show their talents in represent Pakistan.
Inshallah, sir. And thank you very much for saying that, because ladies and gentlemen, while we say about it, while we talk about it, I don't know whether you will be able to comprehend it the way it is over there, you know, while you're present inside or probably at Altid or Baltit as well. So what we are going to do is that we are actually going to share scenes, and that too in a very melodious manner as well. So please go ahead and take a look at this one, because you guys will be taken by an awe, and you guys will be like, hey, you know what, we really need to go there. So let's do this. Good morning. I want to go there.
I want to go there. I've never been.
Meydanar soknu ka guymo alam ol dirvila khelo guymo baram yar mane go kanu ka guymo giram iljin apisha bisha yarne qadam ay sokiya vila kholo marka garam har jeet mein vila kholo pesane sharam team misho bihan yare yakiyam thor goal ar dil vila waqt butkam yar dukhu tum otisis heran un gungi vamsh ko beske apan roz kheni mi pago un bana jawan itikiti futne gucharna jiyadan thanum du alas vila numanin wala sungui ba sheruna pa mene gash maqsad vila un khel jeeta hai tasjit chuma himmat tayti fash मैदान लो होल तेरे गुई हुनर उन शेर वा खेल लो उन बेफिकर गुई दसमन में मी उनके जिगर डब दुनिया एचबी उनर फखर हर अकुमन उन बा शेर बबर चट ओमन जारी गुई मुसफर मुश्किल इनके में मी गुंगी महल उन रई एती चुमा चिश्को के सर
We're raised and born to be eagles, flying high on the sea like seagulls. Look, go like fire on the games of ice. Skate till the end and make it nice. Fiery adventure full of danger, but we still are living our best. Have so many dreams, scarf on we lean. Aren't we are the best from the west? Like a big bone, scarf on a pig. Everything that seemed left is to wreck. Double volume like a bomb in a pig. All this stuff is like a piece of cake. And when it's time for us to play, we win every game like a crazy relay. A lot of people say they ain't any bots, but who's gonna say we're gonna make a way? Pains to pray, but still gonna say. They say in the dark we're light and ray. Sky kiss the way we belong and stay. Limits and fears are just some illusions. Don't be full on as conclusions. Clean, clear money, no room for confusion. They ain't taking any shit in a status of illusions. Status of illusions. Status of illusions.
नया रोज नया खात नहीं सोचना है साज नहीं मंजिलें राह नए दोस्त मेरे साथ खुद से जीत किए आज दिल में जोश किए आगा मैं खुद पहन आज जिगर हम है स्कार्फ एवरीडे एवरी नाइट करे हसल करे ग्राइंड आए मिलके चले साथ सारे खोले अपने माइंड लाए मिलके ऐसी वाइब ऐसी ट्रेंड ऐसे स्टाइल के जमी हुई बर्फ में लगा देंगे हम फायर खेलते थे
Wow, that is fantastic.
We are blown
Superb.
away.
And I think, ladies and gentlemen, because I told you that, you know, you'll be taken by an awe as well. I've been taken by an awe. The kind of talent the people of Gilgit-Baltistan possess and the way they have presented ice hockey, I think it's second to none as well.
Super.
Not just that.
Super.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think at this point of time, I really need to kind of mention over here that, you know, the entire team over here at PT World, we've always been dedicated towards promoting tourism wherever it may probably be in all parts of Pakistan as well. But GB, you guys have definitely taken the lead, and that too in the winters
Absolutely.
as well. Wonderful.
And I think kudos to you and your team as well for this.
Thank you
This
so
was
much.
definitely brilliant. And I love how it is giving an identity to that region as well, in a way that now this song and this type of ref will be associated to your
that's
winter
amazing.
sports as well.
Yeah, that's true.
But in
And-
the video, sir, sorry I'm cutting
no,
you.
it's
We
okay.
noticed the ice climbing as well.
Yeah.
So you did mention, but I couldn't picture what it could be. And it was so interesting.
Yeah.
But the
This is
facility
the-
must be secure and everything.
Yeah,
How
we
did
have
you go about it?
experts. Actually, we have the experts. We will check first the ice. It is feasible for the climb or no.
Okay.
We have the international experts. We have the peoples. They are the coaches. More than they are serving with the armies and locals more than 25 years. Colonel Wali is the one leading our GB this winter sports activities because he has lots
He
of
happens to be the
experience.
president of the federation.
Yeah, he's a retired colonel in the army. Ratu school, he's the one principal in the last 15 years. And we have lot potential in the climbing GB. You know that the people of the GBians, they love to climb, they love to go in the high altitude mountains because we had the more than 5,000 five peaks like 8,000 meters highest. And 170 almost 7,000 meters highest and 4,055 mountain 6,000 meters highest we had. That's why.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, which is why I want to actually kind of recall them as well, because we've done shows about that. So
Okay.
let's do it. Gashabram 1,
Gashabram
Gashabram 2, K2,
K2.
Broad Peak.
Broad Peak, yeah.
Never
And
been.
Gandaguro, there's lots. And
Yeah.
Nanga Parbat, Drakaposhi.
Yeah, Nanga Parbat,
Drakaposhi is the
Drakaposhi.
one biggest, highest mountain in the world. From base camp to the top. This is the one more record, another things.
Exactly, and you know,
Oh.
there's this very amazing documentary on Netflix as well, which goes by the name of 14 Peaks. And you know, so this guy who actually wanted to kind of climb all of these, summit all of these 14 peaks within 6 months.
Yeah.
He did it. So he came down to Pakistan. He had all the lovely things to say. But now, sir, there's one more point which I think is very important, because for all of those people who are witnessing these footages on their television screens today, and since I've been to Hunza, I've been till the Khunjarab Pass as well myself, what I have seen is obviously that the infrastructure is fantastic, it's amazing, and you know, once you're within the premises of Gilgit-Baltistan, you seriously do not have any trouble. But what I think that, you know, that the Gilgit-Baltistan government really needs to come up with more facilities of accommodations, because,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
it was a
agreed.
real challenge for
Agreed.
each and every one
Agreed.
of us to kind of find, you know, a proper accommodation where we could get all the facilities, warm water for that instance as well, because it was really cold in summers for us as well. So what is the government of Gilgit-Baltistan doing to make sure that, you know, all of those people who, because let's talk about, you know, that polo which happens
Yeah.
up there as well,
Yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
Shandur Polo Festival.
Yeah.
So, you know, they manage it all as well, and there are thousands of people out there. So how is Gilgit-Baltistan's government kind of calculating numbers that in years to come, you know, this is the kind of, or this is the number of people coming in GB,
Yeah.
and how are we going to accommodate them? So something on that.
Yeah, I let you introduce first in the GB most top the shows we are the events we are going to organize in GB. The first in the Sarfrangat called desert. This is the highest cold desert in the world.
And the desert rally took place
Desert
as
rally,
well.
yes, that's. And TDK, that is the one other mega event. And Shandur and Rama Polo Festival is the next our big event. And we had last year planned on Diosai marathon. That is the new concept in GB. But unfortunately, because of COVID, we had cancelled that.
But it
that
did
is the
happen
one
once, sir,
world
because
record.
we had all of those foreign runners on the show as well.
Yes. We had actually going to plan to break the world record highest marathon.
Yeah.
That is our plan for next year,
Inshallah.
inshallah. We will be doing. Yeah, I know we have lots of challenges because of the infrastructure, because of the connectivity. The most important adding right now, I'm telling because of the accommodations, that is the most challenges for us. That I thanks God this year also there's lots of domestic tourists also, but we face and we recover, alhamdulillah. We manage very well. Our administration, especially, I like to thanks to our administration and government, and especially we had challenge because of this land slidings and block the fuel shortages. We have lot of challenges, but we face, alhamdulillah, we solve all that situations, and we had we go on the short term policy for the how to we make solve the problems. Then we see only there is the one short solution for the accommodation. We promote the homestay concept in the Gilgit-Baltistan.
Wow.
Yeah, to stay with the families, right?
With the families. Right now, government also going to start on providing the free loans for the youth, and they can build in their near the house 2 and 1 rooms, and we should have that standard with the 2 and 3 star hotels. We are the one to going to make the stars, and we will provide the facilities. But last year we done already. Promote our youth, and we give this concept to our youth, just explain it, and they done it their self. Almost 1,200, 1,400 rooms was in the Airbnb concept.
Wow.
in GB.
Newer ones?
Wow.
No, not new. They just renovate it, and they are the one go on their own houses. They go make it separate one room for the tourist purpose.
Wow.
And there is more stories I had seen that the people is inspired from the homestay. They make it all their house is converted in the guest house.
Yes.
And that's the one solution we can solve this accommodation.
And this is a brilliant solution.
Yeah, that is the one short policy term, we have the solution.
And that's
the
wonderful,
one.
sir, because you know because when it's summers, usually that's when majority of the people are traveling. But I guess the way Gilgit-Baltistan's government has actually overcome all of these challenges, because if we talk about, you know, Sindh government, Punjab government, or Balochistan's government, or KPK's government, I think every government needs to learn from each other. And I think that
Absolutely.
GB coming up with such an amazing festival, and that too, rather than saying, oh yaar baraf hi badi hai, idhar kya hona hai, kuch chhod do. You know, you guys actually made a plan, and then you made sure that you're going to build up arenas as well, which I believe is wonderful. But one more thing, because while I was there, you know, I met a lot of youngsters who were into sports, who were doing a lot of things as well. The best part about GB was that everybody over there, ladies and gentlemen, is educated. And you know what they do is, so they travel, because they might not have universities, so they travel to Islamabad, Lahore, Karachi, elsewhere, study over there, and then go back to do there and run their businesses, which I felt was great. But now, sir, what I want to ask you about is that there's another summer sports festival which takes place in Hunza or GB Gilgit-Baltistan as well. Please tell us a little about that, because there are football matches which were taking place in the same field where you are playing ice hockey now.
Yeah, we have also ice football.
Yeah.
That concept
Ice
we launched.
football.
Yeah, ice football. This is the
Oh.
one unique concept
So
we
unique.
launched last year in Khalti.
I
That
think
was
it's more about
also
sleeping then.
yeah, but the sleepy, yeah, there is the shoes is different, not the same that shoes. But Alhamdulillah, we had last year, we are focusing actually women empowerment. We are focusing our females also to how can we promote their talents, and we done it to football mountain Premier League for the girls. So we had the good teams in also cricket. They last in Balochistan, there was a runner-up. And we had also futsal teams from GB, the girls. They are also in KPK played very well. So we had lots potential in our areas, the people's talent, especially for
and
the
it's
women
wonderful,
talents.
sir, because you know, I still remember, I think I went to Altid Fort and there was an entire restaurant which was run by females only. So I think that is an but it was very expensive though. You know, because you know, we ordered food, and then you know, there were a few snacks which were on our table which were the yummiest. And then I was like, okay, you know, probably the food's still coming. And they were like, hey sir, you know what, this is it. So I was like, okay, please bring on the bill. It was really expensive. I was like, oh my God. So, but thank you very much, His Excellency Raja Nasir Ali Khan sir, for joining us. It was wonderful to have you, sir, over here. And you know, we are just very proud of the fact that you know that GB's government is doing so much for their people. And please continue to do so, sir, because this is how Pakistan will be greater.
Absolutely, and continue to keep coming here so that we can tell everyone out there in the world what we're doing as well. Ladies and gentlemen, on this note, we are definitely headed to a short break, but one Shahzad, where sir said that they want to empower the women and females of that very area. Just looking at the video made me feel so good in a way, because I kept imagining.
I want to listen to the song again.
I know, we'll do it
again as well.
We'll do it. Because I was just imagining, I wish I had an environment, we had an environment where all of us in our kits, in our uniforms, could just independently play without any sort of judgment or intrusion. I mean, I wish that for everyone, to be honest. Ladies and gentlemen, we're headed out to short break. Let's go with the song.
Exactly, that's wonderful. So what I'm going to propose now is that Mr. Producer Jamshed Sahab, if you can kind of help us over here. So we're not going to go for a break. I think what we can do is that we'll listen to this amazing and fantastic song once again. And ladies and gentlemen, once you guys will come back, we'll talk about how our people of Pakistan are becoming smarter every single day, and they want to bring these smarter technologies to Pakistan as well. Let's go. Let's listen to this song again.
Again.
रोज नया खात नहीं सोचना है साज नहीं मंजिल नहीं राह नए दोस्त मेरे साथ खुद से जीत किए आज दिल में जोश किए आगा मैं खुद पहन आज जिगर हमें स्कार्फ एवरीडे एवरी नाइट करे हसल करे ग्राइंड आए मिलके चले साथ सारे खोले अपने माइंड लाए मिलके ऐसी वाइब ऐसी ट्रेंड ऐसे स्टाइल के जमे हुए बर्फ पे लगा देंगे हम फायर एले खेलते थे बर्फ पानी खेले अब हम आइसो की ऐसी मुनफरिद खेल छोड़े बड़े सारे शौकीन मार ऐसे छोड़ जानी तोड़ गया रिकॉर्ड जानी देखे तुझे सारा जान लगा ऐसा गोल जानी मंजिल की तरफ ये काफिला